when you're ranking Christmas songs. So I thought it would be funny today if I started ranking some of the holiday season Christmas songs. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do now. It's 32 songs that they have on here, so I don't know what kind of songs they'll be. Like obviously they're gonna be Christmas songs. I just don't know if they're gonna, obviously there'll be some of the classics and maybe some of the modern songs, but who knows. But anyways, first round is A Holly Jolly Christmas versus Chuck Berry's Run Run Rudolph. So right off the bat, right, I have to say my gut instinct says A Holly Jolly Christmas, but Run Run Rudolph is actually really really good. It's a lot better than, I don't know. I guess it all comes down to like, what do you listen to more? I don't really listen to Run Rudolph Run more than I listen to A Holly Jolly Christmas. So I'm going to choose A Holly Jolly Christmas. That's my choice. That is my choice over the other one. Okay, now it is Last Christmas by Wham, and this says Grinch mix. So by default, I have to give it to Wham. Now, if this had said like "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch," then we might have a little conversation. But it's like some sort of like remix Grinch thing. It's not really all that special. But Wham by Last Christmas by Wham, that is a hit. That is a hit. Definitely in the top 10 Christmas songs of all time. So yeah, that gets an automatic go. They got it. Okay, Feliz Navidad or Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Now this is a good one. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, that is a classic. Feliz Navidad is also a classic. But it goes over like, which one do you like more, right? That's basically what this is all about. Now, I love Feliz Navidad, but is it better than Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree? Which one feels like a better staple of, like, you can still have Christmas songs without Feliz Navidad, but without Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, it feels like you're missing a little something. So, I hate that they put these two next to each other. Why couldn't Feliz Navidad get like a worse Christmas song? You know what I mean? Like maybe. But I will say culturally that Feliz Navidad is definitely a banger of like a, you know what I mean? Like a Spanish Christmas song that's made it to the like mainstream. You know what I mean? It's like definitely one of everybody knows how to say Feliz Navidad. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big credit to Feliz Navidad, but we're gonna go with Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. Okay. Tough one. This is a tough one. Okay. Next, we have Let It Snow by Dean Martin or I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. I'm going to be honest with you. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas is really cute. It's a nice little tune. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. But Let It Snow, I'm going to listen to it. Hopefully, like, I don't get, like, what's it called? Copyright strike, like, on my podcast, but hopefully my headphones will tune it out mostly. Okay, let's take a listen. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to go. Yeah, just off the first note where he's like, oh, the weather. Oh, I didn't even let him get to the Let It Snow part. Yeah. Place to go. Yeah, that it's got to be Let It Snow. I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. Definitely a top tier Christmas song, but it's like, it's a good Christmas song. Maybe not top tier, but I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Yeah, it's a nice song, cute little song for like, kids' imagination and whatnot, right? But I mean, let's be honest here. A hippopotamus for Christmas is not what every little girl wants anymore these days. You know what I'm saying? It's like the hippopotamus will kill you more these days. You know what I'm saying? So let's go Dean Martin, Let It Snow. Classic. Okay, now we're getting into some of the modern stuff. Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson or Justin Bieber's Mistletoe. Oh my gosh, they put two modern. Oh no. Okay, now let's be real about this. Let's be real about this. Okay? Which one of these songs do you listen to more? Okay? Underneath the Tree or Mistletoe? Now, Mistletoe is a romantic, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a little cutesy, romantic, pop, girly song. And Underneath the Tree is kind of like a family friendly, like all together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the kind of song that you're like, oh yeah, you know, you would see your mom playing for the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Mistletoe is more of like, in a romantic Christmas setting. You know, does that make sense? It doesn't have to be. So which one do you practically listen to more? For me, because I'm ranking these, I'm going to say that I listen to Underneath the Tree more than Mistletoe, but that does not inherently make Underneath the Tree a better song than Mistletoe, right? But they're both modern day Christmas classics. They're both modern day Christmas songs. They're hits, Christmas hits, I should say. So, ooh. Now they're doing a little disservice here because there's no music video for Kelly Clarkson's Underneath the Tree, but there is a music video for Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. So, which one do I choose? That's the real question. That is the real question here. Okay. I'm going to say Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. Now, don't, you know what I mean? Maybe they'll have some other, because Justin Bieber doesn't just have the Mistletoe song. But Kelly Clarkson also doesn't have Underneath the Tree also. She has multiple Christmas songs. New Christmas songs that she's also released. And Justin Bieber has other Christmas songs as well. So I don't know if he'll make another on this list, but I just want to say Mistletoe, definitely a banger, definitely a holiday, a modern holiday hit. But like if I was going to go to like a Christmas party, I wouldn't put on Mistletoe by Justin Bieber. I'd be more inclined to put Kelly Clarkson Underneath the Tree for like more of a like what's it called? Like more of like a family Christmas party than Justin Bieber's Mistletoe. Okay, so that's kind of my, you know what I mean? Mistletoe is more of like you're with your crush or your girlfriend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Underneath the Tree. Here we go. My bad, Justin. You know I got you. Okay. Okay, so they put Playboy Cardi, Vamp Christmas, and then they put Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bing Crosby. Yeah, it's got to be Bing Crosby. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I don't even know why they would do that. Okay. Frank Sinatra with Jingle Bells or Deck the Halls with Nat King Cole. These are, oh my gosh, these are two amazing. Okay. Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. Fa la 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 la. They're both, oh man, they're both so incredibly good. I'm gonna say I listen to Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra a lot more, and I happen to think that the tune is a lot more catchy. You know what I mean? Deck the Halls with Bells of, that's kind of like a, what's it called? It's kind of like a Christmas caroling staple. You know what I mean? It's the one that everybody sings, and it's like you kind of need the whole choir ensemble there to like really push it forward. But Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra, I don't think anybody else has his like tone, or there's obviously there have been other versions of Jingle Bells, but I think Frank Sinatra's version beats the Deck the Halls by Nat King Cole, because Deck the Halls is typically has been overly done by like Christmas carolers or choirs and like entertainment and stuff. So, But Nat King Cole is lovely. He sounds fantastic in it. And it's only like a minute long, whereas Jingle Bells is like 2 minutes long. So I'm going to give it to Frank Sinatra. My bad, Nat. You're amazing. I care for you. Jingle Bells. Okay, next is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Frank Sinatra, or It's Beginning to Look Like Christmas. And they don't tell me, they're not showing me who sings it, so I'm going to assume it's Michael Bublé. I don't know who. I mean, obviously there are other people who sing the song, but have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Well, I wish that they gave me Frank Sinatra. I knew Frank Sinatra was going to be on this list again. That way I could have chosen Nat King Cole. So, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. I'm trying to think. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas now. I need to hear the ending. Oh my gosh, it's so unfair having Frank Sinatra on this list again. But It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas is really good. So, okay, we already have Frank Sinatra for Jingle Bells. Darn it, I wish I had him for this song as well. I'm going to count Jingle Bells and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas every time it comes up, okay? So, I know that's a little unfair, but it's Frank Sinatra. So, I'm going to choose It's Beginning to Look Like Christmas. Darn it, ooh. Okay. All right, now this is a good one. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch versus Paul McCartney, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. Let's talk about it. I think Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time is like such a pure Christmas song. It really like, it's so catchy and it's so easy to like sing. Whereas You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, there's a lot more darkness to it, and there's a lot more grit. So it all comes down to like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer wholesome and sweet, or do you prefer like a little bit of meanness, a little bit of a grime to it, right? I'm going to say, as a better Christmas song, or that's the thing, right? Is that they're both Christmas songs. They're both good Christmas songs, but it's like, which one triumphs the other, right? The actual Christmas song, or the one that's like attached to a character of a story, right? The Grinch. Does it even matter? I'm going to say, ooh, okay. I'm going to choose, I feel like I have enough wholesome Christmas songs, but Paul McCartney's A Wonderful Christmas Time is definitely top. It's definitely an amazing song, and I love this song. But You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. Every time I think about it, it's just kind of like, it's so different, it's so unique, and it just feels like, it does feel like Christmas, but it just kind of telling us like, it's telling me about this character, and I've come to really like the Grinch during Christmas time. So I'm going to choose the Grinch. You're a Mean One, but Paul McCartney, Wonderful Christmas Time. If it was any other song, I would have chosen you. All right, moving on. Okay, this is unfair. It's Andy Williams. It's The Most Wonderful Time of the Year versus All I Want for Christmas Is You. Obviously, it has to be Mariah Carey, but I just feel like, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Now, if they put this song, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, versus like Frank Sinatra's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, now that would have been a showdown. That would have been crazy, because they're both amazing. But obviously, because it's Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas, that is the Christmas song. So I'm going to choose Mariah Carey. Now, hold on. Now, just because I chose Mariah Carey now does not mean that she's going to win all the way, all right? She's got some heavy competition, but I just want to make it abundantly clear that, she has a hit, but that doesn't mean that she'll. That does not necessarily mean she's going to make it all the way to the end. It just matters kind of what her competition is. You know what I mean? Anyways, The Temptations, Silent Night versus NBA YoungBoy saying All I Want for Christmas Is You. I already have All I Want for Christmas Is You. I know it's going to be like a bit of a gimmick if NBA YoungBoy sings it, so I'm going to go The Temptations, Silent Night. Chris Brown, This Christmas versus... They did it again. They brought Playboi Carti, Vamp Christmas. Chris Brown, This Christmas. I know he's doing the Donny Hathaway song. I just wish they'd rather do Donny Hathaway. I don't know why they made Chris Brown do it, but I'm going to have to choose This Christmas. But I'm going to choose to selectively think about Donny Hathaway, not Chris Brown. Okay, Frosty the Snowman or Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I gotta be honest, Frosty the Snowman is just a lot better to me than Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. I never really turn on that song, whereas Frosty the Snowman I can like think of in my head. It's a nice little jingle, so Frosty the Snowman. And we just talked about Jack Frost, so. Okay, they're just, no. They're just doing repeats. I'm only on the first round, no? Oh, no, I think I'm on round 2. I don't know, dude. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and then Kelly Clarkson's Underneath the Tree. I already did... This is still the same round, no? I'm pretty sure, but if I'm wrong... Darn it, then if they're just going to repeat songs, I wish I had chosen Justin Bieber's Mistletoe instead of Underneath the Tree. Okay, Underneath the Tree or You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. I'm going to choose Underneath the Tree. If it turns out that I did double select, then if it turns out that I did double select songs, or like they put 2 of the same songs on the same round, then I'm going to have to choose differently. I'm going to have to make some adjustments, but Underneath the Tree, I think, is a better Christmas song than You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. So, Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree. Okay. The Ronette Sleigh Ride versus Nat King Cole, the Christmas song. I'm going to go Nat King Cole, the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting. Yeah. Okay. This is the end of the list. Louis Armstrong, Benny Carter and his orchestra, Christmas Night in Harlem versus the Christmas Time Is Here by the Vince Guaraldi Trio, the Chris Brown song. So I'm going to choose the Christmas Time Is Here song. Yeah. Okay, so it turns out that this is the problem with these like Christmas rankings is I don't get to choose what songs go against what. I mean, I could probably just make a list on my own, but it was just that like, you know, I thought that they were going to do different songs. They did a repeat of songs. So Underneath the Tree and You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch got thrown in here twice. So it's kind of weird how the ranking goes. So there are going to be 2 Underneath the Trees in this cycle. So because of that, I am going to choose one of the Underneath the Trees to be Justin Bieber's Mistletoe. Okay? And then I can selectively choose from there. All right? So in case you're confused by my rankings, or if like you already voted out Justin Bieber's Mistletoe, he's still in here to stay, baby. He's still in here to stay. Now, it's beginning to look like Christmas versus You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. I'm going to go It's Beginning to Look Like Christmas. Sorry, Grinch, but you made it. You made it through round 1. You know what I'm saying? Proud of you. It's Beginning to Look Like Christmas. Here we go. Let It Snow versus All I Want for Christmas Is You. This is, again, really unfair, but All I Want for Christmas Is You is just too good. You got it, Mariah. You got it. All right. A Holly Jolly Christmas or the Christmas song? I have to say, Nat King Cole's voice is top notch. But which one is like, I think A Holly Jolly Christmas is one that I play a lot more, but the Christmas song is something that I kind of like. It just sounds so much better. Does that make sense? Like it's a lot more cozy. And A Holly Jolly Christmas is like a lot more, it's a lot more catchy. It's a lot more dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? It's a lot more like that. It's a lot more. It's a lot. Man, they're both really good songs. I gotta listen to it. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. Holly Jolly Christmas or the Christmas song? This is a tough one. What am I feeling right now? Personally, I'm feeling the Christmas song a lot more than A Holly Jolly Christmas, so I'm gonna give it to Nat King Cole, man. Great song. Both of them great songs. All right, Last Christmas versus The Temptations' Silent Night. It's got to be Last Christmas by Wham. Like, I definitely feel it. You know what I mean? Okay. We have Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bing Crosby or Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson. So, this is the tricky thing about this. If I make this Underneath the Tree Justin Bieber's Mistletoe, and then Kelly Clarkson comes across another song that, like, maybe it can't beat, then I'm kind of like, oh, man, you know what I mean? Or vice versa, right? If I make this Kelly Clarkson Underneath the Tree and it beats Santa Claus is Coming to Town, then if I put the other song there, okay. I'm just going to make this one Underneath the Tree. Underneath the Tree, I think, is better than Bing Crosby's Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I think Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a hit song, and other people have done it, I think, better, in my opinion. But Kelly Clarkson's Underneath the Tree as a whole is a lot better than Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bing Crosby. So shout out to Kelly Clarkson. You got it. Okay, Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra versus This Christmas by, it says Chris Brown, but imagine Donny Hathaway. I'm going to go Jingle Bells. It's just a classic Christmas song, and they have Frank Sinatra on it. Yeah, I got to give it to Frank. Okay, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree or Justin Bieber's Mistletoe. So the other song came up. Darn it. You know, this is the hard thing, right? Is that, like, I already voted Justin Bieber out, and then, like, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree comes around. Do I think Mistletoe is a better song than Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree? I think they're kind of equal, right? But it's just about, like, which one do I think is more Christmassy? And I'm going to choose Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So, sorry again, Justin, but hey, you shouldn't have gotten out in the first round. All right? They definitely messed up on that first round, but anyways, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree takes it. Okay, Christmas Time Is Here by the Vince Guaraldi Trio versus Frosty the Snowman. I got to give it to Christmas Time Is Here. That's a good one. It's a good song. Okay, now we're on the next round. Underneath the Tree by Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. I got to give it to Kelly Clarkson. Underneath the Tree. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. Trying to think, is it rocking around? But what really? Now we have to think about the specific, right? Rocking Around the Christmas Tree is kind of like a cool Christmas staple song, but then Underneath the Tree, I think, is just a lot more vocally, and it's just a lot more entertaining in my opinion. So, ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go "Underneath the Tree" by Kelly Clarkson. Sorry, "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree." You're getting old, and that doesn't make you bad or anything. I just feel like Kelly Clarkson's "Underneath the Tree" is a lot more interesting. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. But definitely a classic, you know? Darn it. Now that I listen to it, it's kind of hard to deny its spot, but it made it to the top 4. So you've earned your spot. "Underneath the Tree" by Kelly Clarkson. That means it's "Christmas Time Is Here" versus "Jingle Bells" by Frank Sinatra. Gotta be Frank Sinatra, right? I mean, Charlie Brown is cool and all, but Frank Sinatra on "Jingle Bells" is it's just masterwork. You know what I mean? And it's like a choir singing it of kids. It's like, you know what I mean? It needs to be. This is just one guy. You know what I mean? He absolutely. Well, it's not just him. He also has people singing with him. But you get my point. Frank Sinatra's voice just completely outshines all of the Vince Guaraldi trio. But it's a good thing that, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're bad. It's just that, like, Frank Sinatra's "Jingle Bells" is a lot more classic, in my opinion. Okay. They put 2 heavy hitters against each other. And this is the real ranking, okay? "All I Want for Christmas Is You" versus Wham! "Last Christmas." Now let's talk about it, okay? They're both kind of romantic, you know what I mean? "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is talking about your lover, your friend, your family, right? Like, it could be about just about anything. "Last Christmas" is talking about heartbreak, you know what I mean? It's a little bit about like, you know what I mean? It's a sad, but it's also kind of like a beautiful song, right? It has just about a little bit of everything in there. So overall, which one resonates with you more? Dude, I have to say, I feel like these two are neck and neck. I honestly, "Last Christmas" by Wham! Is just one of those songs that is like, it's classic. It definitely has the right, what's it called? It has it has the certain nostalgia to it, and the way that "All I Want for Christmas" just feels like the same over and over and over again, right? Obviously, it's the song, right? But every time I listen to "All I Want for Christmas Is You," they kind of find a way to like try to make a new rendition of it. Does that make sense? Like, other people have done "Last Christmas" by Wham!, but those have been covers. Whereas "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is purely Mariah featuring somebody or with somebody or adding somebody onto it, right? I don't know. I guess there have been covers of that song too. This is the really tough one, but I have to say, Wham! "Last Christmas," you definitely up there. It's a close call for first place, but I gotta give it to "All I Want for Christmas Is You." That is the Christmas song. You know what I'm saying? But Wham! You're definitely there. Mariah, ooh, she got it. Okay, the Christmas song versus "It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas." I'm going to give it the Christmas songs to Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole versus "All I Want for Christmas Is You." It's got to be Mariah. Sorry, Nat. Jingle Bells versus "Underneath the Tree." Honestly, I'm going to have to give it to Frank Sinatra. Just when he comes in on that first Jingle Bell, you know what I mean? Whereas Kelly Clarkson comes in kind of like She comes in very powerful, which is really good, but I kind of like the startup for Jingle Bells a lot more than Underneath the Tree, I think. Because let me listen to it real quick. Come in with the Jingle Bell chimes, and then yeah, they come in with a nice little choir. And with this music video, they kind of make it just so much cooler. Okay. Um Underneath the Tree. It also comes in pretty slow. And then yeah, it just comes in with the but it does make it very powerful. It is, oh my gosh, these are two really good Christmas songs. It's hard to choose, but I'm going to have to for, this podcast. So anyways, I'm going to choose Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra. Classic, classic Christmas song. But Underneath the Tree, hey, you're you're definitely a heavy hitter. You definitely you definitely broke my spine. You know what I'm saying? You're tough. You're tough. But I gotta go Frank Sinatra Jingle Bells. I like the old school feel to it a lot more than the modern power of this song. So Frank Sinatra Jingle Bells. And then finally, Jingle Bells versus All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's obviously it's All I Want for Christmas Is You. That song is like a guaranteed victory. You know what I mean? But there were a couple songs that were missing from this that I kind of wanted to see. I wanted Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande. Kelly Clarkson also has a song with Ariana Grande called Santa Can't You Hear Me. I wanted there are a couple of more songs. I can't think of them right now. There are some other just pretty good, pretty solid Christmas songs. Like there are other Justin Bieber Christmas songs that I really like Christmas Love, I really like from him. He also does Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which is really good. I like what's that one song? I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. I thought that would have been a good one to put on the list. Instead, they put NBA YoungBoy singing All I Want for Christmas Is You. So it's just kind of weird, you know what I mean? But anyways, let's see what everybody else's number one pick. Everybody else picked Wham! By Last Christmas over All I Want for Christmas Is You. Honestly, it was a close one. It was a close call. But when I think of like Christmas song, the first thing that comes to my head is All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's just unfair. But Last Christmas, hey, that definitely deserved. If you chose that as your number one pick, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Number 3 was Nat King Cole, the Christmas song. Number 4 was Feliz Navidad. So, what does that say about me? But anyways, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Frank Sinatra was up there. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree was up there. Kelly Clarkson was number 10 with Underneath the Tree. Let's see. Jingle Bells by Frank Sinatra was number 16. So I guess I was glazing it a little too much. Where did they put Mistletoe? Got number 27. And the bottom one was like the Grinch mix song that they put on there, which was weird. I don't know why they did that, but anyways, that's the end of it. Those are my Christmas song rankings. Obviously, if they had added some other songs or some other stuff, maybe we'll come back and revisit this next year with like my own picks. And yeah, I thought that I really love Christmas music. I actually listened to it every time I get like if I get the song stuck in my head or like the chorus or the melody of it, I'll sing it. You know what I mean? Or I'll put it on. So Christmas music isn't just like a once a year type of thing for me. It's like whenever I feel it, and I usually keep it on even through January, I guess. You know? So anyways, yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. Um, definitely go listen to some Christmas music. If there's one thing about this is that there's definitely a lot of Christmas music out there. So go out there and enjoy it, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening. I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you.